Welcome back to American Travel Ventures. I'm Kent DeCoeur, and of course you probably know my co-host here on ATV, John Roloff. Hey brother, how's it going?
I'm doing great, and this is one of my favorite places to come, Artists of the Arbuckles.
Yes sir, and of course we've got a very special guest with us today, Miss Sandra Drake, our dear friend. And hey Sandra, thanks for having us here for the ATV show today.
It's always great to have guests in the gallery, and we're happy to have you today.
Well, thank you very much again. And Sandra, of course, is one of the people who is responsible for running a very special and wonderful small art gallery here in our hometown of Sulphur, Oklahoma. It is the Gene Carr Gallery, also known as Artists of the Arbuckles. Now, if you've ever seen our show or watched any of our standalone segments on YouTube, you probably know that our show is all about travel and destinations that you may want to check out on your next road trip. We always take you places that have a lot to offer. And friends, many of the smaller art galleries around the country or in your region of the country do have a lot to offer by featuring work which is sometimes by newer artists, but sometimes by very accomplished artists whose work you may never come to know without a visit to one of our regional art galleries such as this one. As a matter of fact, John, you even have work on display here, is that right?
I sure do, and it's a great opportunity to show your work and also to meet new artists as well.
Right, well, okay, well, I tell you what, since your work is being featured here today, you're one of the featured artists, I say you run camera today and I'll do the interview with Sandra because I know when we get to your work you're going to be much too modest and I want to be able to brag about you, okay?
Okay, all right, sounds good.
All right, well, why don't you go run camera?
I'll
Thanks,
do it.
buddy.
Thanks, man.
And I'll ask Sandra some questions about the gallery. Well, folks, we've moved into the front room of the Gene Carr Gallery here in Sulphur, Oklahoma. Again, we're with our special friend, Miss Sandra Drake, who helps keep this place open along with a bunch of other great volunteers. But Sandra, we want to take the folks on a little tour and talk about some of the artists and some of the different types of art that people can see when they come here. But first of all, tell us, why is this called the Gene Carr Gallery? Who's Gene Carr?
Well, Gene Carr was originally an art teacher here at the Deaf School in Sulphur. 35 years ago, when this organization was done, she was one of the original members for this. So we're very proud that she's put forth all the volunteer hours and the many shows that she has done through the years. So we honor her by naming our gallery after her.
Well, it's just beautiful. I mean, y'all have really done a great job. It's right in historic downtown Sulphur on the main street. We call it Main Street. It's actually Muskogee Street, same street as the Artesian Hotel and some other really neat businesses that we'll hopefully talk about sometime soon. But let's get back to the gallery. Let's talk about the artists. First of all, there's so many different types of art. Why don't you just kind of take us on a little tour and I'll show some close-ups about it while you're talking.
Sure, not a problem. We have 55 members of the gallery. We have all different types of media. We can do oils and pastels and photography work that we do. We have gourds, we have jewelry. So we have multimedia from the different memberships that we have in the gallery. And our memberships line our walls. We do several shows a year. We have an adult art show. We have a youth art show. We have a large photography show and a youth photography show.
What time of year is the photography show if somebody wanted to come and visit?
Usually our photography show is in January.
Now, are these works all for sale? Can people buy this art?
Most of the work in the gallery is for sale.
Well, that's wonderful. If somebody came to visit the gallery and they saw something they liked, they could actually make a purchase right here and take it home with them?
Absolutely. We will help you wrap it up and put it in your car.
Wow, that's great. And then, of course, you know, everything, including our show, a lot of it is all done online nowadays. So do you guys have a website?
We do have a website. It's artistofthearbuckles.com. Each of our artists are on that website. John's work is on that website, and we have many, many visitors to that website each day.
Well, I said I was going to brag a little bit about my partner, so I know we're covering up most of your work here, John. As you stand there behind the camera, you're probably frowning about, you know, where I had you do this little shot, but this is some of John's work, and I'm going to do a cutaway, which is going to be kind of strange, I guess, dissolve us out of the frame and take a closer look at some of John's pictures here. But we've been looking at some really great artwork, folks. As you can see, I just love things like the gourds and some of the more conceptual pieces, like the piece that was in the corner.
Three-dimensional things,
yeah.
yes.
But the pastels and the oils, you know, they even have jewelry, folks. I've got a great shot of this rack of earrings, and I think it said they were for like $8.
Sure.
And those are really art. I mean,
Yes,
they're
beautiful
absolutely
pieces.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, folks, we can't go on too long about Artists of the Arbuckles because we got a lot of other things to talk about on the show today, but this was a great stop and a great visit, and I highly recommend that when you're in our area, in the Sulphur, Davis, Oklahoma, Murray County area, that you check out the Artists of the Arbuckles. Real quick, Sandra, tell us what our hours are here for visitors.
We are open on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 2 until 6. Our hours do change a little bit in the winter due to the change of time, but you can usually catch us here or give us a call. If you need a special tour, want to bring a group in, we're always welcome to open the doors and have you visit the gallery.
Great idea as far as like maybe a little school group or a field trip or senior citizens or anybody that's just traveling through on your next road trip. Be sure and stop by and check out Artists of the Arbuckles, the Gene Carr Gallery right here in Sulphur, Oklahoma. Hey, we'll see you on another segment of American Travel Ventures. Thanks for watching.